Hey everybody, Chris Kelly here from Fast Sale, Florida. We've done a couple of videos, 2 parts on why do wholesale over heavy rehab or light rehab over heavy rehab. You know, again, most people seem to, the questions that get asked a lot seems to be, you know, why did you leave so much money on the table? Why didn't you rehab the whole thing yourself, okay? Why did you take the quick and easy money rather than going for the long game? So, in summary, I've talked a little bit in a previous video about exit strategies, what the different exit strategies are: wholesale, light rehab, heavy rehab. I've talked a little bit about your turn cycle, how fast you can turn these over, time in, but dollars in versus dollars out, and what that looks like: wholesale, light rehab, heavy rehab. And then in another installment, I actually looked at light rehab and wholesale versus heavy rehab part 1, where I showed you what your annual return is by doing 3 or 4 light rehabs with the same chunk of money versus doing 1 heavy rehab per year with 1 chunk of money. So again, it's not profit per deal, it's profit per annum that we're interested in. Then we did part 2 of this, where I actually took a case study on Doria Street in Port Charlotte, and I showed you what the wholesale side would look like, I showed you what the heavy rehab looked like, and then I showed you the grim and ugly reality of what happened with the property. So my last part 3 to this of light rehab, wholesale versus heavy is part 3, is what is the opportunity cost? So opportunity cost. Now, we talked about that case study Doria in the last example, and I showed you how I could have taken 50,000 in profit very quickly, and I didn't, and I tied up the money, okay? And because the money was tied up and I was struggling with cash flow, guess what happened is I stopped advertising so much. I was like, we can't afford to advertise. And even if we advertise and I get a smoking deal, I'm not gonna be able to buy it anyway. I don't have the money. So having constant cash flow, having constant closings coming in, means that you can constantly market, means that you can constantly do more deals. So it has a compounding effect. It's a little bit like biology at school, when you've got one cell, so like mitosis. I'm sure that my old school teacher, Mr. Birkinshaw, won't be watching, but I'm sure he'd be happy if he was. So mitosis is where one cell would split into 2 cells, right? But meiosis, my brother's definitely gonna laugh at me because I'm not even gonna try and spell meiosis. Meiosis, right, is where 1 cell would split into 4. And then this cell would split into 2. And this cell would split into 2. But this cell would split into 4. And this would split into 4. The way I look at the opportunity cost of heavy rehab versus light rehab is I look at heavy rehab like this, okay? Because the process is slower and you can only do 1 or 2 deals a year with that original money, means that you can only do so much advertising, unless you've got, unlimited money, and if you have, great. But if you don't, if you're just a normal person like me, it's slow, it's heavy going, right? You've got to, it takes 6, 9, 12 months for you to get the money out of this deal, and then now you can reinvest the money into marketing, and now you can do 4 deals, and then, off we go. Whereas wholesale, light rehabs, what I love about it is while you're messing around over here with turning 1 deal into 3 deals, I've already turned 1 deal into your 2nd, your 3rd, your 4th, and your 5th deal. I've already doubled down, and then doubled down again, and doubled down again, and then I've turned it into deal 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So it's not, as simple as that. I'm sure you can gather there's still, you know, overheads going up. There's still, you know, you've got to take some profit off the table to pay yourself and so on and so forth. So I'm trying to just give you a rough overview here of marketing. And if you find a marketing channel or strategy where $1 converts into $4 or $3 or whatever you're, you know, whether you're getting lists or, you know, you're doing PPC like me or whatever that looks like, it doesn't matter. The point is that the more you can market, the more you can do and the faster you're going to go. And if you find yourself getting stuck in the weeds because you're doing these big, heavy, cumbersome rehabs, and therefore it's actually costing you and it is stopping you doing marketing, and then stopping you doing marketing is actually stopping you doing deals, okay, you've got a problem. And I would seriously look at, is your problem that you're doing heavy rehabs? Because if it is, you want to move into a much lighter, faster turn cycle like wholesaling, wholetailing, light rehabs. And once I figured this out, it was a big epiphany to me, and business, you know, really sort of blew up. So I hope it blows up for you, knowing those things you didn't know then that you know now. And any questions on that, reach out to me. You know, any issues with that, reach out to me. And if it's been educational, keep watching my videos, keep sharing me, keep liking me, you know, get word of mouth going, and I'll see you on the next video. Thanks for watching.